For a change, we are not in the studio, but are on the ground of football.
Football has changed over the years and training as well.
At a certain age, you need to retire from football, and then
Why English football is appreciated around the world.
crisis will come, crisis will go.
I'm lucky to enough to work with Sir Zico.
There is lots of hidden talent in some certain areas.
We can cement our place in I-League. What they or the senior team have in their hands is the future of under 13.
My 11, first 11 is not important, but my second 11 is very, very important.
Many people can run the same business, but it's the service you give.
If we do better, then the lower level
Will do.
younger talent will get better.
Well, hello and welcome to a very special episode of Goa Connect. And for a change, we are not in the studio, but are on the ground of football. And I would have loved to play football, maybe some kick a dribble, but I think my main objective today is to ask some tough questions and especially to look forward to the season that Sesa Football Academy is looking forward to. I have with me two amazing gentlemen who have been integral part of Sesa Football Academy and football in general. We have Gavin Araujo, Technical Director at SFA. So welcome to the show, and also joining him is Charles Dias, Head Coach at the senior team at Sesa Football Academy. Gentlemen, if I may ask you one very important question is, you like playing football or training boys and the girls for football?
First of all, it's a passion, and we played football, and we thought that we are the best in that, and then after a certain age, you need to retire from football, and then you start giving your service, whatever you have learned from the other coaches, you need to put it in front of the young talent who is going to be better for India as well as for Goa. And we thought about it, and then we started coaching.
Gavin, you agree to what Charles said?
Yeah, completely. So playing was a passion, and how to stay in touch with the game was coaching. And then you get more interested and go more deeper, and that's how we progressed in coaching.
How has both of your experience of playing football has culminated into shaping the next generation, especially with proper training that has evolved over the years? I think all the professions have changed. How are you looking forward to the days of you playing, and now the way you are training the boys or the girls for the next generation?
So I think so. I'm thoroughly in professional coaching, but my colleague Mr. Gavin is in both the ways, that he is a good instructor of All India Football Federation, doing the courses and all. He is much deeper into it, and he's a good teacher as well as. And we thought that we have to be on one page, and we need to focus on our development of the boys, and we love that, and we exchange good ideas. And as well as he is an instructor, I sit with him, talk to him, so share some ideas, and that's what we both together, we like to be on one page and do our best for the youth.
I think, Gavin, you have a history of being into football and also training. When I walk in this beautiful institute of yours, the academy, I see a lot of detailed things that are there, whether it is the schedule, whether it is the preparation, whether it is the diet, whether it is training, whether it is, physical training as well. And of course, football. How this, coaching in general and with respect to courses, getting the boys and the girls to play football, shaping them, and more importantly, channelizing the energy that or the information that you have, the experience that you have. How has been that impacting Sesa Football Academy or academy in general?
So as you walked in, you spoke about the details of the academy. I think we have to thank the earlier coaches who were in charge here. Charles continued their legacy, and I'm happy to be here in last 2 months to take it forward, and hopefully I can take it to the next level. When it comes to training, yes, football has changed over the years, and training as well. I was in the academy from 92 to 95, which is the Sai Academy. If I connect my training to modern training, it's completely different. And you are rightly, you pointed out that all the professions have changed. And similarly, football as well. And today's football is more about intensity. And in general, the generation itself is about fast food, or anything is fast. So even the training and the football, what we enjoy is why English football is appreciated around the world. It's because of the intensity of football. So our focus mainly is about the intensity of training and how the intensity of play, because that is dictating terms now. It's not only how good you are with the ball, it's how quick you are with the ball and how quicker you can survive for that long.
Hmm.
Example 90 minutes. So
Hmm.
that determines your level of play. So that is our focus here at Sesa, where we are trying to move with time and trying to keep pace with time. And I think that will be integral part of how far we go this year.
Correct. You had, I mean, Sesa Football Academy had a fantastic season last year. This is another season that you're looking forward to. Especially, Gavin, I want to ask you is because you have trained the I League teams, you've been part of them, you were integral part of FC Goa as well. How are you looking forward to this season where at the end of the day, the training, the diet, everything matters a lot, the passion matters a lot. But I think you want to see the success, reciprocating into wins and maybe, lifting the trophies. How would your experience, especially this, look forward to because I think Goans are passionate about football. In the meantime, there was a little, lower period in football, but now I think things are pacing up, keeping up to the expectations of all the Goinkars that are watching.
So where I can bring my experience is I've been very fortunate to be with very good instructors and very good coaches. I'm lucky to enough to work with Sir Zico, with Sir Arman. So I think that level to achieve is very difficult. But I'm hoping the reason for me to also join SFA is I want to see a club grow from bottom to go up. And now we have a pathway to even reach the ISL. And Charles and his coaching staff has done wonders in the last 2 seasons. I think he have placed the team, the players in a very good position to go and perform at what we're going to see in 3 days. And we have no doubt that we are going to put up a very good show. It will be excellent for us to move up like Dempo, what they achieved in last year. And fingers crossed, I see opportunities to follow their path.
Okay. Charles, the last couple of years, your association with Sesa Football Academy has been phenomenal, fantastic. I think it has been a roller coaster ride. But there is a lot to achieve, I believe. Again, I really want to ask your perspective is because we look at football in a different way. Players look at football in a different way because that's their passion. They want to make a mark. Today, with respect to ISN and other leagues that are there, they have become the celebrities. How do you look forward to this a small initiative that was started by Sesa then and now Vedanta is taken forward with respect to starting a football academy way back in 1999 and now getting the best of the talents because what SFA is doing is fantastic, I think.
SFA have started in 1999. They have brought with the academy in Sanquelim, have done very good job producing players to the top level to the Indian team. And the legacy continue. They built this academy in 2010. We worked very hard with the management and we have fought for every minute, every single minute with entire team. And the team is really beautiful, who is very cooperative, very helpful. And we started slowly. We got the team from the second division to the first division of the Goa League. Then we promoted to the professional league. And then we focused more there. We are till now. And now we have won Police Cup, runners up for the Goa League
Professional
last
league,
season.
yeah.
And now we are there for the I League. And hope as now we have got a very good moral support with my colleague, Mr. Gavin. Very cooperative, very understanding, very helpful, down to earth person. And it's really good to work with him and good understanding, and we both are going to work together and get that level in the I League and ISL.
Okay, because you are looked after by a corporate house, I really want to ask you this question: is whenever you look with respect to a corporate perspective or a business perspective, you want to see breakout kab hoega. Do you consider the last year was the breakout year? After starting it at 99, then having some issues
Yeah.
in the meantime, and again reviving it in 2017, was 2023, 23, 24 was a breakout year, or you are still, optimistic that, a lot has to be achieved?
Yeah, a lot has to be achieved, but without the management support, without that passion, with all the management, it's going to be achieved working very hard. But I think so. The best thing will be that you focus on your duties. Crisis will come, crisis will go. Good things are there, bad things are there, but you need to focus on your target, get it done, and everybody will be happy around you. That's it.
Gavin, You see we see as Sesa Football Academy into a certain momentum. If I may again use the business nomenclature or words, and I want to see this, it's at a considerable momentum. How are you pushing this momentum into this, the next season and the next future for football, especially here in Goa?
Yeah, so my job here is not improving the players. Indirectly, it's improving the coaches. And I think although they've done a very good job, there is still a scope for improvement. If I touch on the breakthrough you're talking about, Cesar last played in second division I League in 2010, and now it is 2014. I think there is a lot to achieve, and I think with Charles's plan and his stuff, I think the breakout is still on. I think when we cross the second division mark, that age, I think that will be a breakthrough. And because we will take, he will take, I mean, all together with the management, I think they're fantastic as well, how they support us. That will be a breakthrough when we get into I League One, because that Cesar has not reached there yet. So, answer to your question, which was for him, I think that will be a really big breakthrough. I think, and they be on the way. I think it's just about time, and we most of the things correctly. I think we should be there, and we have a very good team, as Charles said. I'm watching them from last season, and they are on different level this season. Hopefully, they can grab this moment and achieve what everybody expecting them to achieve.
So I think with respect to all these years, I think you've won the match, quite convincingly. But I think that the league is yet to be conquered. I think that is where you would like to. For you, what would be the priorities, especially with giving that knowledge, pushing them to the extreme, and obviously getting the results? What would be the priorities for this, especially for the boys and the men's team?
Yes, so to improve them technically, tactically as well, because we want to create, and even before, Sesa has been known to give players for Indian football, as many as 11 or 12, if I'm not mistaken. So we want to get there. That would be a good benchmark where we can assess, okay, we are doing a good job because our players are representing India. We want to reach there. And if you achieve that, if you want to compare it with Dempo, what they achieved in the first 2 decades of the millennium is 5-6 regulars in Indian first 11 playing from Dempo, and that is why they were able to achieve 5 league titles. I think that should be a benchmark where nobody will be like, we won't have to gauge our performance. If we deliver players, automatically our team will reach higher. So that will be a priority where we can develop players to play for India. I think undoubtedly we will do well as a team.
Correct. Charles, again, and this question is for both of you. I'd like to have your perspective as well. We always, when we speak of football, we speak of men's football, boys football. But I think SF is also putting a lot of energy and efforts in women's football also, whether it is nurturing the talent and also organizing, leagues of themselves. So I really want to ask you is there still potential? What is it that lacking? Because we see a lot of girls. You have a legacy of girls, coming out of SFA. You have a lot of girls playing now, also getting trained. Where are you seeing this women football in Goa?
Women's football now, recently what GFA is doing, they are conducting a league of underage senior women's team. They are also slowly trying to improve the thing, and we were, for last 5-6 years, we were the sponsors for them for the women's league. Now we thought from the last season that we are going to put a team, why not we are going to help our talent who is, there is lots of hidden talent in some certain areas, and we need to nurture them and get them on a field. And there are all good players, and we need to work with them with tactically, so that they can be better. And also the last thing I want to say, like, there is hidden talent. Please, I request everyone in Goa, go at the corner of every village, hunt it, get it, and the talent is alive with the woman. Only that is the thing what I
Gavin,
want to say.
Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, I think Sesa is doing a lot for women's football. We have 2 centers. One is Amona, one we are going to start in Bicholim, exclusively for girls. Now that that we were running the league, and from last year we are a part of the league. We are also having invitation from AIFF to join IWL2. So I think we have a very good enough team to progress to I-League 1. So this season, and I'm repeating again and again, this season is going to be a big season for us, where we are participating in senior women's, senior men's at I-League level, from under 13 till under 21 at I-League level, and Goa football level as well. So we have around 8 teams participate in 16 tournaments, and if we accumulate, they will be playing around 150 matches. So I think this season is going to be very big for us. It's very hectic, but this is what we enjoy. We are playing a lot of matches, a lot of teams, and hopefully, with Charles and his team's hard work, we can cement our place in I-League, because we managed to get into I-League 2. That allows us from under 13 to under 21 direct entry in I-League at all levels. So this year, after a break of some years, we are going to be a part of I-League from under 13 till to under 21. But if they get into Division 2, then it is cemented that we get a confirmation for all our age groups. So today we had a meeting with all the staff and players, and that is what my point was to them. What they or the senior team have in their hands is the future of under 13. So if we can have the breakthrough there, that we confirm our place there, so under 13 boy will be very thankful.
Yeah, open
because
the
he can-
doors, correct.
Yeah, so I think in all fronts we have a very big season to look forward, and I think we're going to do it very nicely.
Okay, see, I look at football as a layman because, you know, I have played football, but not at a professional level, you know. But there are a couple of categories of people. People who watch football are very passionate. They understand the nitty-gritties of it. There's one category of it who maybe play professionally as well. The other one is they would take a side and then watch the match, whether it is on ground or on television. And for people like me, we will watch football regardless of where the goal goes. Goal जावपाक जाय. Okay, for me, football is football. But I think when we understand the international football that is there, or even in India, the category of football, I want to ask you a very specific, both of you, a very specific question is, when you have a senior team competing into a Goa Pro League and also I-League, what does it take for a team with respect to strategizing, training, approach? What is it that takes to compete in these two completely different leagues? At the end of the day, you play football, but I think the approach or the technicalities that you bring to the table is completely different. Sir, what is it that takes to make that difference?
I think it's more than technical ability. It's focus. It is away from the ground. If you go to see, 80% of external factors make up to how you perform. And that stems from your culture and how focused you are and how disciplined you are in training, outside the ground, what you eat, how much you rest. So everything depends on that. I'm sure Charles is also working on that with his team, where you rightly pointed out, because they will be part of many competitions. What is required is a lot of focus, and not to lose focus. So it is more than just technique and tactics. It is how you develop yourself as a person. Technique and tactics is youth. What do you accumulate in youth? After that is hardly changes. After that is all about, if you see the top athletes like Ronaldo, Messi, how they have maintained themselves
Correct.
in focus, that is so difficult, and that is so important. And I'm sure he's working on those aspects as well.
Okay, Charles, anything that you'd like to add?
No, actually, he has explained everything, and you know, in the professional level, he said that you need to focus more and concentration, keep talking to the players, where we are, how we are, what we want, you know, from talk to them about their responsibilities. When you're there on the field, off the field, you need to take care, you need to respect the opponents. There are small things, but we need to go into the details of it. As Gavin have said, that technique and tactical work, it is done for the youth, and he's absolutely right. But the professional thing is only, I think so, coaching should be less. In one word, I would say that man management is very important, because you need to manage that team, manage the professional players, different players. You know, there are lots of things. You need to manage the player. The players will, you know, and only 11 players are having. You have 27 players. You need to manage them. Who is sitting out? Why you are sitting out? The important players are sitting on the bench. Those players are very important for me. You have to explain to them why it happens, because in certain teams you need to get them from the bench to play in the 11, you know. And I always tell them that my first 11 is not important, but my second 11 is very important for me. And last season it was, you know, you remember always Joshua, who was there with me, and I was keeping him on the bench, but it was a trump card for me, and
Yeah.
I will.
Whenever you
I used to,
used him, you
yeah,
used it to.
yeah, and I used to tell him every time that you are a Mercedes Benz for me, and I will get you at certain time to use it on the road. So that was the thing. Like,
Okay. Also with SFA, you are looking at the different age group also. Is there anything that you want to upgrade? You're looking because the training has changed, it has evolved. Anything that has needs to be upgraded to keep in pace with the technology, to the way the sport is played now, and also attracting the talent here at the academy. That is very important because I would like to come here only because I get the best of the facilities, whether it is human resource or whether it is technicalities that is at the offer.
So, if I touch on infrastructure, we had requested AIFF to conduct 5 of their certificate courses here. So, we had to share a lot of pictures of the ground and even the dressing room and the lodging we are going to house them. So, they were very happy. They already cleared 5 courses for us around the year. We already finished one. We'll be starting the second one soon. And so, as you said, it was very attractive for them to come here. So what feedback what we got from outside coaches as well? Yes, infrastructure many people can provide, but again, what you touched on, the service what they got here was very important. And whenever we got feedback from them, and what feedback AIFF got from the outside coaches was the service, the people who could attend them, that was important. And same in any business, many people can run the same business, but it's the service you give. And I think that will be the difference here. The how different we can be, how different we can make our coaching and the service all round outside the technical areas. That's going to be the main thing for us. And I think because of that, AIFF has already cleared 5 courses for us, and they can see something different over here, maybe.
Okay. This is the question that I want to ask you is because the women's team of SFA finished third at the Vedanta Women's League in the previous season. However, there was a considerable goal difference that was there, especially with the top 2 teams. What are the initiatives that you want to bring it to the table and get the best from the team as well, from the management and also the entire support staff that is here?
Yes, so I think we improved on our scouting, where we were much early to sign players for this season. We already thinking of actually progressing to I-League 2 through after finishing first. But AIFF has given an invitation to already be part of I-League 2. So I think we are very well equipped because we were building a team for that. And as far as infrastructure is concerned, because we have so many teams, we are in process of constructing another smaller size ground where we will be conducting more licenses because it's going to be 7-a-side and younger age group training. So we don't put more stress on our current ground. Also, we had hired 2 more grounds where our teams will be training because, as I said, we have 8 teams and clearly 2 grounds are not good enough. So we have hired 2 more grounds where we'll be renting those facilities, but will be part of our facilities as well. On Monday, we have AIFA visiting us for academy accreditation, and I think they should be happy what they see. Hopefully, we get a good rating where in AIFA we have 1-star to 5-star rating. We are hoping for above 3-star rating. So hopefully it happened, and we can showcase our infrastructure and what service we have as well.
So he touched on very important things of getting some different grounds and adding on to the infrastructure. Modern training facility is another thing that everybody looks forward to, and that's the norm in the sport now. How are you looking forward? Because the kind of trajectory that you already have, you have to just keep on pushing. And as Gavin rightly said, the senior team will maybe open the doors for a lot of boys and girls from your academy, as well as a lot of Goans to play football at a very professional level.
of course, he's said rightly that we have hired some, because there is lots of additional, as Gavin has previously said, that we need to play 150 matches per season. Need ground for training, need ground for everything, and we are trying to cover everything: licenses, training session, under 13, under 15, 17, 19, senior team, women's team. So yes, of course, grounds are being needed. Hard work should be there. Then only you'll reach at that level, and days are going to come very glorious to us, and hope so. that, as Gavin has said earlier, and we know that when I started promoting the senior team, I had same thing in my mind that if we do better, then the lower level younger talent will get better. And keeping that in mind, we have just gone step by step. And again, is a big target for this season, I League. We are fully concentrated, passionate, hard work, determination, all the values we have in our mind across the team. We need to put it and get it done to get that doors open for the young talent of Sesa.
I think what you are looking forward is setting a role model for the next generation, especially the players who will be here at the academy. Speaking about role model, I think one brand that I look forward, especially with respect to academic training in football, is Sesa Football Academy. How this first you, Gavin? How do you look forward, because you've joined with a lot of experience, expertise, and also the team and the players are looking forward to you. How are you going forward in making Sesa Football Academy as a bigger, larger brand, which will be something close to maybe a FC Goa, which in a very shorter span of time, I'm just mentioning, with a very shorter span of time, it became a mass brand, not just in Goa, but in entire football community. How are you looking forward for Sesa?
Service again, there might be same businesses everywhere, but service makes the difference, and what quality you have to offer. So in terms of training, I'm trying to align the coaches in the most latest type of training, where we focus on a lot of high intensity training. Because if you see, I simply connect them to the world's best league. Which league everybody likes to watch, there's no doubt which league it is. Why? Because the intensity of play. Now to play like that, what you need to do? If you will play the way you train. So that is the only thing. Of course, there are more details into it, but that is the main trump card. How you will train, you will play that way. And which league is more appreciated, and what generation looks up to now is how quicker, how faster you can be with the ball. So it's not about how long you spend with the ball, how much time. It is what you can do with lesser time. Yeah, so it's more about, not just, if I come to a simple language, it's not about how much you keep the ball, it's about what you do with the ball, how quickly you can get to the opponent and how quickly you can utilize your chances. Of course, there will be, the Goan way of play where, yes, we kill the opponent by, they used to say cat and mouse, but things have changed. Yes, Dempo achieved a lot in the earlier part of the millennium, where they played a football which killed the opponent and then they would score goals. But nowadays, the opponents are also getting better. The way of play is changing. So we have to stick with time, because otherwise time will leave us behind. It's not about how much you keep the ball there. It is how much you can do with whatever time the ball is with you. So our training is based on that terms, and hopefully we are trying to move with time, and we will keep up with time. If we keep up with time, we'll get better results.
Charles?
Yes, absolutely right. That in football, the intensity is being changed. Day by day, the things are happening very fast. First, I'll just give you an example. In earlier days, when we used to play, you warm up very slowly. You take your time, more 15-20 minutes to warm up. Now, no, within 5-6 minutes, you need to be warmed up, get ready for the session. And it's very simple. I'll just give you an example. If you see Goa government now, is doing a good job. They are bringing flyovers everywhere. You start from Mapsa, you reach to Konkani and Karwar. So it's like that. Now you in football, you start from the center and you see where you can get, how possible it is to get a goal, by tactically, whatever it is. So it is very simple. You need to be very quick and faster for that. You cannot waste time. As Gavin has said, that you keep the ball near your legs, you start thinking, no, you have to decide when the ball comes to you, what is the next step. So that is how football has been progressed.
I think it was a fantastic conversation, both of you, and what an amazing place to be having this conversation, that is a football ground. I want to end this program on a very interesting note, a quote that says, "Breakfast of champions is not cereal, it is the opposition." And this has been posted in your academy here. I think if you start your day with this particular message, I think we have a great future looking forward. What I really want to maybe change things is, we look forward at a player from a team and then start supporting him, maybe idolize him. what we should also do is start focusing on the players from the academy so that we can be part of this journey of the player and look forward to him becoming a bigger and a better brand. And at the end of the day, obviously, Sesa Football Academy will become a brand itself. Gavin, Charles, thank you very much. It was a
It was a
fantastic
pleasure, sir. Thank you
conversation.
so
It was
much
a
for
roller
that.
coaster
Thank you very
ride.
much.
Enjoying football on this beautiful ground. Pleasure it was.